we go. I don't have to go to no gym and exercise. I just split up some wood here. I do have some, but got a little extra because last night it dipped down to minus 37 here. So tonight, pretty good chance we'll see minus 40. So I didn't do no check-in sets. It's just cold, and we're hoping the animals get moving here. Talked to some other trappers, and they said the same thing. I have never seen it this slow. So yeah, anyway, we get back at it when the weather changes here, and hopefully we got something in our snares and traps. But right now it's just too cold to go. I'm just keeping the heater going, that's it. Just checking a few sets today before it gets cold again. Come to the first one, and another martin. So we hope they're on the move. Maybe luck is going to change a little bit, but yeah, so it's a start. We got a ways to go yet. I had went out, and I came back in yesterday late, and look at here. They're hard to see. We got 6 inches of snow just through the night. But yeah, about 2 miles from my cabin, the wolves are all over in here. And they've been hanging around, so it's making me feel like we just might have something tied up, because they had trails all over in here where they've been traveling. So I got snares, well, quite a few of them. Managed to get some out, and there was no sign, but this sure makes me feel good. Maybe I got something under the Christmas tree today. So I got a link set right here, so we'll see. This is where they're just hanging around in here yesterday. And no kitty today. They don't get tired of waiting, them snares. They'll wait. But okay, once I get in my area, we can catch up on a little more here. Well, there's been no sign of them coming down in here, but that's all right. Maybe they never made it this far. I got them maybe tied up on the other end. I just threw a little more guts to this pile, refreshing it just in case they want to come back through. So we'll check the next area. Well, we're at the shack here, just going to catch up on a little bit of fur, and I thought, well, maybe we'll get a little bit of footage here and there of a few things. So I'm just doing up a weasel here for you, and we'll show you how things work, and we'll take her from there. I got a martin here we'll do up to as well, but weasels and squirrels are all about the same. It's just the idea of getting at them. So they're actually easy to do. I don't mind the smell. Sometimes you hit the sack of these weasels, and yeah, they got a little bit of smell to them, so you get used to it. And I could do weasels all day long. I really enjoy doing them. It's they're easy. Probably one of the first ones with them and squirrels that I did when I was a kid. We used to catch lots of them. That was how we made our Christmas money. And give them to Grandpa, and he'd ship them for us. So we're pretty proud of our checks when they come out. Well, it wasn't checks. I guess he'd get the check and give us the cash. But you got to make sure you get the tail out. You don't want to leave the bone in there, because they'll feel that right away, and you don't get your number ones. It might be a cull, so you don't want that. Sometimes if I break them off, what I'll do is just even cut the tail off and ship them with no tail. You're probably better off. I mean, it's one of those things that I don't really know. And I noticed on the video, some guy's been asking, when I'm doing fisher and coyotes and stuff, what that powder is I'm putting on. That ain't powder, guys. What that is sawdust. I use real fine sawdust. And it soaks up the oil, and your draw knife, when your plushing knife, it grabs way better, and to pull the fat off. So yeah, that's what it is. It's sawdust. I see one guy answered borax. No, borax I use for the wolves and bears and stuff for in the claws to help cure it, eh? So don't slip. But yeah, just do the head out here real quick, and he'll be on the board before we know it. You gotta have a sharp knife. Another fella had asked too about the wolves. The color, like, does it make a difference? Yes. We got a real. Everybody's after the black ones. The black is the most. You get blacks, you can almost put your own price on them right there. Okay, what I did here, I just got a couple boards, and one thing about like any other fur, guys, you don't want to overstretch them. So you got to find the right size of board for the animal. I mean, there's see, this one's too wide. I mean, I'm not getting the length on them, so that's what I stopped. I grabbed a couple boards, and we'll see where we're at from here. There you go. Okay, now we just, you just use a knife here. These guys are the simplest. They're just a little bit in the armpit here. Just scrape upwards. Get that off of them. Just like that. And the other side. They're not like the other fur. A weasel and squirrels and mink and otter, it's leather out, so we don't have to turn these. Once they're dried, they're dried. And the other animals, yeah, you got the pelt you have to turn, hair out. So you put them on and see how nice that comes off when it's cool, eh? I like to keep the skinning shack a little on the cool side. It gets too warm and there's just too much grease on everything. Just like that, and a little bit right here. Another thing to keep in mind on these is not so much the weasels and stuff, but the other fur. What I like to do, you guys, is pin the tail first down. Okay, pull it tight. There. Now just let it go so it's snug. And that's where you pin it, because if you don't want it too tight, everybody wants a big animal, but what happens, you thin the hide. It's you don't want to start pulling the hair apart, you know, and making a thin hide out of it. So I'd rather have a smaller one, better hide, top the market. You know, it's just a heavy pelt is what it is. You stretch them too tight. Same as beaver, everything else, you don't want to stretch it to where you can see through it or make a drum out of it. You just want to, just like that. Now another thing here is always make sure you put belly boards, or you'll never get them off the board. So it just slides through and turn. Now right here, I also do with it. Maybe right here. On this I made a wire. And that's to put the front legs. You don't want the legs sticking out, so when they drum them, they rip. So I just take and I poke this through. Just a piece of cloth on the end, and I pull it. Legs are in, see? Same as this side. And we got ourselves a weasel done. So, he'll sit on the board. Well, I could probably take him off tomorrow, but I like leaving them on. Longer the better.